K-Scope 2015 in Florida.
Hey, this is Mike Riley. I'm on the ODTUG Board of Directors, and I'm here with Chet Justice today. Chet, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well today.
Yeah,
thanks, Mike.
Great to hear. So Chet, you've been on the conference committee for several years now. Give me a little bit about the progression of your experience within the conference committee.
Boy, that's a really broad question, Mike.
I know.
Thanks for that. So I started off a few years ago as an abstract reviewer. Do we have a name for them?
Abstract reviewers is
okay,
good.
That'll work. I also, that same year, I volunteered to help put together a Sunday symposium. This was just prior to Oracle kind of taking over the Sundays.
Yep.
The following year, I was the content lead for the database track. And then some guy named Mike Riley asked if I would be a content chair. And I've done that for the last 3 years, 2013 through 2015.
Yep. So you're enjoying that type of activity. You've given back a lot to the community by leading up these guys and getting the content, and content's really the big thing here at K-Scope, right?
Absolutely. Content is definitely king here. I'm not a presenter necessarily, but I do want to share and help, and this is one way that I've found that I can really kind of help shape, the content of the conference.
We've done an excellent job. So, but you said you weren't really a presenter, but you did present yesterday, right?
I did present yesterday. It was supposed to be on Wednesday, but someone told me on Sunday that it was actually on Monday. So I scrambled just a little bit. But my presentation was not going to be slide heavy. I'm not as technical as I'm not as expert as a lot of the people here. I prefer conversations, a lot of back and forth. So I kept my slide deck very, very light. And we had a good conversation with the group. As much as I tried to get them to go to Tom Kite's session, I think that room was full. So they were stuck with me. But we had some great conversations. I could have done that for 8 hours yesterday. So it was a lot of fun, and I've gotten some good feedback.
What'd you think of the community night last night?
Anything around beer is good.
But there was a lot of networking going on as well, right?
Absolutely. I met a number of different people there, and then was able to introduce them to some of the other people in the conference. One woman I met from New York. I think this was her first K-Scope, and her and her husband were here, and she started talking about Kerry Millsap, and I was like, oh, Kerry's sitting right over there. Would you like to meet him? And she was like, oh my goodness, Kerry Millsap. And he came, Kerry. Yep. Kerry graciously came over and talked for a few minutes, and then we got a nice selfie with her, and it was a lot of fun. Cool.
So what do you think about the big announcement yesterday too, where K-Scope 16 is going?
Chicago.
That
sounds very cool. I briefly worked in Chicago a number of years ago, and never really got outside of the hotel. So I'm looking forward to going to Chicago and hopefully seeing just a little bit more than the hotel.
And the white party at Nikki Beach Wednesday night?
I'm going shopping shortly. I got to get some white clothes because I don't apparently have any.
Yeah.
But I'm looking forward to that. That's gonna be a blast.
Yeah. And one more thing today, the lunch and learns are going on, and you've participated in those through the years as well. What do you think about the OTN community and how they support this conference?
OTN has been fantastic. They've been supporting us. I can't even describe how much. This year they did the APEC shirts. Have you seen those?
I have seen those.
I've got one on actually.
Wow, very cool.
They got 200 T-shirts for the APEC community, which we all know this is APEC's kind of signature event of the year. OTN has been fantastic in their support of not only the communities themselves, but ODTUG and K-Scope in particular.
Yep. Anything else you'd like to tell anybody about before we end this?
I've got some funny stories.
Let's not go there. Thanks, Chet, for your time.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks,
it.
Mike. Appreciate it.